Hey food lovers, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going on a global taste adventure, but we're skipping the usual suspects. Forget Paris, Rome, and Tokyo for a minute. We're re-diving deep into the world as most underrated foodie havens, places that will blow your mind and your taste buds without blowing your budget or forcing you to fight through crowds. So grab your virtual passport, loosen your belt, and let's get started on this delicious journey. First up, we're heading to the Pearl of the Adriatic, Slovenia. Tucked between Italy, Austria, and Hungary, Slovenia's cuisine is a beautiful rustic blend of its neighbors, but with a unique identity all its own. Imagine hearty stews, delicate pastas, and incredible cured meats. The capital, Ljubljana, is an absolute gem. You can stroll through the central market, picking up fresh produce and local cheeses. One thing you absolutely cannot miss is Kranjska klobasa, a protected pork sausage that's smoky, savory, and ridiculously good. Pair it with some sour turnips or sauerkraut, and you've got a classic Slovenian meal. And let's not forget the wine. The Vipava Valley and Gorica Brda regions produce world-class wines that are just now getting the international attention they deserve. Slovenia is a fairy tale landscape with fairy tale food. Next, let's jet over to Southeast Asia. But we're bypassing Thailand and Vietnam for their equally delicious neighbor, Malaysia. Malaysian food is a vibrant, explosive melting pot of Malay, Chinese, and Indian influences. Every bite tells a story of centuries of trade and cultural exchange. The city of Penang is often called the food capital of Malaysia, and for good reason. The street food here is legendary. Picture this. You're walking down a bustling street, the air thick with the aroma of spices and sizzling woks. You have to try char kway teow, a smoky, savory stir-fried noodle dish with shrimp, cockles, and Chinese sausage. Or how about Assam laksa? It's a tangy, fish-based noodle soup that's sour, spicy, sweet, and utterly addictive. And for dessert, sendal, a shaved ice dessert with green rice flour jelly, coconut milk, and palm sugar syrup. It's the perfect way to cool down. Honestly, you could spend weeks in Penang just eating, and you'd never get bored. Now let's cross the Pacific to a place you might not immediately associate with high-end cuisine. Lima, Peru. For years, Peruvian food was one of the best-kept secrets in the culinary world. Not anymore. Lima is now a global gastronomic powerhouse, home to some of the world's top-rated restaurants. But the magic isn't just in fine dining. Peruvian cuisine is a stunning fusion of indigenous, Spanish, African, and Asian influences. The star of the show is, of course, ceviche. Fresh raw fish cured in citrus juices, spiced with chili peppers, and served with sweet potato and corn. It's the national dish, and once you try it in Lima, you'll understand why. But don't stop there. Try lomo saltado, a Chinese-Peruvian stir-fry with beef, onions, tomatoes, and French fries, all served with rice. Yes, fries and rice. It's carb heaven. And for a snack, grab some anticuchos, grilled beef heart skewers that are smoky, tender, and incredibly flavorful. Peru's biodiversity, from the Andes to the Amazon, gives its chefs an incredible pantry to work with. From the vibrant streets of Lima, we're heading back to Europe, to a city that's a true crossroads of culture, Tbilisi, Georgia. If you haven't tried Georgian food yet, you are seriously missing out. It's one of the most unique and soulful cuisines on the planet. The heart of Georgian hospitality is the supra, a traditional feast featuring a huge array of dishes. And at the center of that feast, you'll find kakapuri. This is a cheese-filled bread that comes in many forms, but the most iconic is ajuruli kakapuri, a boat-shaped bread filled with molten cheese, a raw egg, and a pat of butter that you mix together at the table. It is pure, decadent comfort food. Then there's khinkali, big, juicy dumplings filled with spiced meat and broth. There's a special technique to eating them. You hold them by the top knot, take a small bite to slurp out the broth, and then eat the rest, leaving the knot behind. With its use of walnuts, pomegranates, and fresh herbs, Georgian food is complex, comforting, and unlike anything else you've ever tasted. Our final underrated destination takes us to the heart of North America, but probably not where you're expecting. We're going to Montreal, Canada. While known for its European charm, Montreal's food scene is a powerhouse in its own right, blending French tradition with North American innovation and a rich history of immigrant cuisines. Of course, you can't talk about Montreal food without mentioning poutine. But forget the fast food versions you've had. Authentic Montreal poutine features crispy fries, fresh, squeaky cheese curds, and a rich, savory gravy. It's a national treasure. Then there's the Montreal-style bagel, which is sweeter, denser, and boiled in honey-sweetened water before being baked in a wood-fired oven. It's a true rival to its New York counterpart. And you have to try a Montreal smoked meat sandwich. Piled high on rye bread with a touch of mustard, this tender, peppery, brined beef brisket from places like Schwartz's Deli is an institution. Beyond these classics, the city's markets, like Jean Talon Market, are bursting with local produce, artisanal cheeses, and an incredible diversity of foods that reflect the city's multicultural fabric. So there you have it, 5 incredible foodie destinations that are flying under the radar. From the hearty feasts of Slovenia and Georgia to the spicy street food of Malaysia, the vibrant fusion of Peru, and the iconic comforts of Montreal, there's a whole world of flavor out there waiting to be discovered. The best meals are often found where you least expect them, in places that cook with heart, history, and incredible local ingredients. What do you think? Are there any underrated foodie havens that I missed? Let me know your favorite hidden gems in the comments below. Hello, fellow food explorers, and welcome back to the channel. If you think you know Parisian food, think again. Today, we're throwing out the tourist map and diving headfirst into the real culinary heart of Paris. We're going beyond the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre to uncover the best-kept food secrets that only locals know about. Get ready, because what I'm about to show you will change the way you see and taste Paris forever. First stop, we're ditching the fancy, Michelin-starred restaurants. The real magic happens in a place called a bouillon. These are historic, working-class restaurants that are making a huge comeback. Imagine stepping back in time to the 1900s. The decor is stunning Art Nouveau, the atmosphere is buzzing, and the prices? Unbelievably low. We're talking classic French dishes like boeuf bourguignon or pot au feu for a fraction of what you'd pay elsewhere. It's not just a meal. It's a genuine Parisian experience, filled with history, character, and incredible flavor. Forget the tourist traps. A bouillon is where you'll find the true soul of French comfort food. My personal favorite is Bouillon Chartier, but there are others popping up all over the city. You get the authentic vibe without the touristy price tag. Next up, let's talk about markets. Now, I know you've heard of the big, famous ones. But the real treasure lies in the smaller neighborhood markets. One of my absolute favorites is the Marché des Enfants Rouges in the Marais district. It's the oldest covered market in Paris, and it's a vibrant, bustling hub of global cuisine. You can find everything here, from a fantastic Moroccan couscous to fresh Japanese bento boxes, and of course, incredible French cheese and charcuterie stalls. The trick is to go on a weekday morning to avoid the biggest crowds. Grab a bite from one of the stalls and find a spot at a communal table. You'll be eating alongside locals on their lunch break. It's loud, it's a little chaotic, and it's absolutely delicious. Now, for a truly secret spot. Have you ever heard of a casse-croûte? It literally means break the crust, and it's the original French sandwich. We're not talking about a simple ham and cheese baguette. I'm taking you to a tiny, almost hidden shop in the Latin Quarter that locals swear by. It's called Cosi, and they bake their own focaccia-style bread in a wood-fired oven right in front of you. You choose your fillings from a huge array of fresh ingredients. Think delicious pates, cured meats, roasted vegetables, and incredible cheeses. The combination of the warm, fluffy bread and the high-quality fillings is just out of this world. It's the perfect, affordable lunch to grab while you're exploring the charming streets of Paris. This is the kind of place you'd walk right past if you didn't know it was there. Let's talk about pastries. You can get a croissant on every corner in Paris, but are they all created equal? Absolutely not. The secret to finding the best viennoiseries isn't about the fanciest-looking shop. It's about following the smell. The best bakeries, or boulangeries, bake multiple times a day. If you walk by and the air is filled with the scent of warm butter and baking bread, you're in the right place. And here as a pro tip, look for a small sign that says, Artisan Baulinger. This means the baker makes everything from scratch on site, a legal distinction that guarantees quality. Don't just go for a croissant. Try a pain aux raisins or a chausson aux pommes. And for something truly special, find a bakery that specializes in regional pastries. You might discover a new favorite you've never even heard of. Okay, are you ready for a dinner secret that will blow your mind? It's time to discover the Neo Bistro. This is a new wave of Parisian restaurants run by young, innovative chefs. They take classic French techniques and give them a modern, creative twist using super fresh, seasonal ingredients. The vibe is much more relaxed and informal than traditional fine dining, but the food is absolutely top tier. Think of it as haute cuisine, without the stuffiness and the high price. These places are usually small and incredibly popular with Parisians, so you'll definitely need to book in advance. But trust me, the experience of tasting the future of French cuisine in a lively, unpretentious setting is something you will never forget. It's where the real culinary excitement in Paris is happening right now. And what about drinks? Let's venture away from the grand cafes and find a proper Parisian cave et manger. This translates to a wine cellar for eating. These are essentially wine shops where you can also sit down and have a simple but delicious meal. The concept is brilliant. You're surrounded by walls of incredible wines. You can buy a bottle to take home, or you can choose one to drink right there for a small corkage fee. The staff are incredibly knowledgeable and passionate about wine, and they'll help you pick the perfect bottle to pair with their small plates of cheese, charcuterie, and other simple, high-quality bites. It's the most authentic and enjoyable way to experience French wine culture, far from the touristy wine bars. Now for a sweet secret that goes beyond macarons and eclairs. Let's talk about the pâtissier. While a Baulinger focuses on bread, a pâtissier is a master of pastry. Many of the most legendary pastry chefs in Paris have their own boutiques, and they are like jewelry stores for your taste buds. We're talking about intricate, beautiful creations that are almost too pretty to eat. Almost. My secret tip is to visit one of these high-end pâtisseries mid-afternoon on a weekday. The French have a tradition called le goûter, which is an afternoon snack, and this is the perfect time for it. Instead of grabbing a pastry to go, sit down in their salon de veille, if they have one. Take a moment to savor your exquisite dessert with a coffee or tea. It's a small, affordable luxury that feels incredibly Parisian. Finally, let's talk about the ultimate local experience, the apéro. The apéro, or apéritif, is a pre-dinner ritual of drinks and snacks, but it's so much more than that. It's a cherished social tradition. Instead of heading to a bar, do what the Parisians do. Go to a good fromagerie, cheese shop, and an épicerie fine, a gourmet grocery. Pick out a delicious cheese, some saucisson, a fresh baguette, and a bottle of wine. Then, find a spot along the banks of the Seine or in a beautiful park like the Jardin du Luxembourg. As the sun begins to set, you'll see Parisians of all ages doing the exact same thing. It's simple, it's cheap, and honestly, it's one of the most magical and memorable Parisian food experiences you can have. So, there you have it. From historic bouillons and hidden sandwich shops to innovative neo-bistros and sunset picnics by the Seine, the real food scene of Paris is accessible, affordable, and waiting for you to discover it. It's about embracing the local culture, being a little adventurous, and following your senses. The next time you're in Paris, I challenge you to try at least one of these secrets. You'll be rewarded with flavors and memories that will last a lifetime. Thank you so much for joining me on this culinary adventure through the secret side of Paris. If you enjoyed this video and want more insider tips for your travels, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss a new discovery. I'd love to hear your own Paris food secrets in the comments below. Until next time, happy travels and bon appetit. Forget Paris, Rome, and Barcelona. What if I told you the most unforgettable meal of your life is waiting in a city you've probably never even considered? Get ready to pack your bags and your appetite, because today we're embarking on a delicious journey to uncover Europe's best-kept culinary secrets. These are the hidden gems, the unsung heroes of gastronomy, where authentic flavors and innovative chefs are creating magic away from the tourist crowds. First up, we're heading to the heart of Slovenia, to its fairy tale capital, Ljubljana. Picture this, a vibrant riverside market overflowing with fresh produce, artisanal cheeses, and local honey. Ljubljana is a city that lives and breathes food. Every Friday from spring to autumn, the Open Kitchen food market takes over the central square, where top Slovenian chefs serve up everything from traditional dishes to modern culinary creations. You have to try the idrijski slikrofi. They're these amazing little dumplings, often served with a rich lamb sauce. And for dessert, the potica, a rolled pastry with a variety of fillings, is a national treasure. Ljubljana isn't just about traditional food. Its fine dining scene is exploding, with chefs championing a garden-to-table philosophy that's putting Slovenian cuisine on the world map. It's fresh, it's innovative, and it's absolutely delicious. Next, we're off to the beautiful coast of Spain, but we're skipping the usual spots and heading north to San Sebastian, in the heart of Basque Country. Now, some of you might know this city has more Michelin stars per square meter than almost anywhere else on Earth. But the real soul of its food scene is found in the pinzos bars. Pinzos are the Basque version of tapas, but honestly, they're an art form. Imagine bustling, lively bars where the counters are piled high with incredible bite-sized creations, from simple gilda skewers with olives, anchovies, and peppers, to elaborate concoctions of seared foie gras on toast with apple compote. The tradition is to have 1 or 2 pinzos with a small glass of local tsakoli wine, and then hop to the next bar. It's the most fun and social way to eat you can imagine. San Sebastian proves that world-class food doesn't always mean stuffy dining rooms. Sometimes it's about standing shoulder to shoulder with locals, savoring pure flavor. Let's journey east now, to a city that's rising from its complex history to become a vibrant, creative, and incredibly affordable food hub, Warsaw, Poland. For too long, Polish food has been unfairly stereotyped as just potatoes and cabbage. Let me tell you, Warsaw will shatter that myth. Start with the classics at a bar mleczny, or milk bar. These are traditional, no-frills canteens where you can get a comforting bowl of gorek, a sour rye soup, or a plate of perfect pierogi, those famous Polish dumplings. But Warsaw's food story doesn't end there. A new generation of chefs is reinterpreting old recipes with modern techniques. You'll find trendy food halls, vegan restaurants that will blow your mind, and craft breweries on almost every corner. Don't leave without trying paczki, the Polish donut, which is lighter, fluffier, and way more decadent than any donut you've had before. Warsaw is a city of delicious contrasts, where tradition and modernity create a truly exciting culinary landscape. Our fourth stop takes us to Lyon, France. Okay, I know what you're thinking. France? That's not a hidden gem. But while everyone flocks to Paris, true food lovers know that Lyon is the undisputed gastronomic capital of France. This is the city of Paul Bocuse, the father of modern French cuisine. The heart of Lyonnais food is found in its bouchons, cozy, family-run bistros that serve hearty, rustic, and incredibly flavorful dishes. We're talking about quenelle de brochet, a delicate fish dumpling in a creamy crayfish sauce, rich coq au vin, and decadent sausages. It's comfort food elevated to an art form. Don't miss a trip to Les Halles Paul Bocuse, a legendary indoor market where you can sample the best products the region has to offer, from world-famous cheeses to exquisite charcuterie. In Lyon, food isn't just sustenance. It's a way of life, a cherished tradition passed down through generations. It's the soul of French cooking. Finally, let's head north to a city that might really surprise you, Gothenburg, Sweden. When you think of Swedish food, you might think of meatballs and pickled herring. And while Gothenburg does those brilliantly, it's a seafood paradise that will truly capture your heart and palate. Located on the west coast, the city has access to some of the freshest and most delicious seafood in the world. The Fiskekirke, or Fish Church, is an iconic indoor fish market where you can see the incredible bounty of the North Sea. Grab a rukmaske, an open-faced shrimp sandwich piled ridiculously high with succulent shrimp, or sit down for some of the best oysters, lobsters, and langoustines you will ever taste. But it's not just about the market. Gothenburg has a thriving restaurant scene with a focus on sustainability and local ingredients. Chefs here are masters of letting the quality of the seafood shine. It's clean, it's fresh, and it's a testament to the incredible natural resources of the Swedish coast. So there you have it, 5 incredible cities where food is the main event. From the riverside markets of Ljubljana and the bustling Pinsos bars of San Sebastian, to the soulful bouchons of Lyon, the dynamic scene in Warsaw, and the seafood feasts of Gothenburg. These places prove that sometimes the most memorable travel experiences are found off the beaten path, one delicious bite at a time. Which of these cities are you adding to your foodie bucket list? What's the world's most underrated food country? If I asked you to name the world's greatest food destinations, I bet Italy, France, Japan, and Mexico would pop into your head almost instantly. And for good reason. Their culinary traditions are legendary. But what if I told you there's a country whose cuisine is just as diverse, just as delicious, and just as deeply rooted in history, yet it barely gets a fraction of the attention? Today, we're going on a journey to a place that will completely change how you think about food. We're talking about a country where every region has its own distinct flavor, where ancient recipes are passed down through generations, and where the ingredients are so fresh, they practically sing. Forget everything you thought you knew, because we're about to uncover the world's best-kept culinary secret. So, where are we headed? We're going to Peru. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Peru? Isn't that just potatoes and quinoa? Well, yes, but that's like saying Italian food is just pasta and tomatoes. It's only a tiny piece of an incredibly delicious puzzle. Peru is a gastronomic giant hiding in plain sight. In fact, for 9 of the last 11 years, it has won the title of world's leading culinary destination at the World Travel Awards. Yet, ask the average person on the street to name a Peruvian dish, and you might get a blank stare. So why is Peruvian food so amazing? It all comes down to a concept they call mestizaje, a beautiful mixing and blending of cultures. Imagine this. You have the ancient ingredients of the Inca Empire, thousands of varieties of potatoes, corn, quinoa, and ají peppers. Then, the Spanish conquistadors arrive in the 16th century, bringing with them onions, garlic, citrus fruits, and techniques like frying and stewing. But the story doesn't end there. Over the centuries, waves of immigrants added their own magic to the mix. Italian immigrants introduced pasta and pesto, leading to dishes like tallarines verdes. African influences, brought through the slave trade, created soulful, hearty dishes from offal, known as anticuchos. Then came the Chinese laborers, who fused their wok cooking techniques with Peruvian ingredients, creating a whole new genre of food called chifa. Think of delicious stir-fries like lomo saltado. And finally, the Japanese immigrants, who brought their delicate precision and love for fresh seafood, giving birth to Nikkei cuisine. This incredible fusion is the heart and soul of Peruvian cooking. It's a melting pot of global flavors, all grounded in the spectacular biodiversity of the land itself. Let's talk about that biodiversity. Peru is a country of geographic extremes. You've got the Pacific coast, the towering Andes Mountains, and the dense Amazon rainforest. Each region offers a completely unique pantry of ingredients. Along the coast, it's all about the sea. The cold, nutrient-rich Humboldt Current provides some of the best seafood in the world. This is the birthplace of Peru's national dish, ceviche. Now, you might have had ceviche before, but Peruvian ceviche is on another level. Its simplicity perfected, incredibly fresh raw fish, cured for just a few minutes in a vibrant, citrusy marinade called leche de tiger, or tiger's milk. This zesty mix of lime juice, onion, chili, and cilantro is so good, people drink it on its own as a hangover cure. It's bright, it's fresh, it's a party in your mouth. Then we travel up into the Andes. This is the historic heartland of the Incas, and the altitude changes everything. Here, potatoes are king. Did you know there are over 4,000 varieties of native potatoes in Peru? They come in every shape, size, and color imaginable: purple, blue, yellow, pink. They're not just a side dish, they're the star. You have to try causa relena, a stunning dish that looks like a little cake. It's made from layers of smooth, yellow mashed potatoes, seasoned with lime and Aji Amarillo pepper, and filled with anything from chicken or tuna salad to avocado. It's creamy, tangy, and utterly unique. And in the Andes, you'll find pachimanca, which is more than a meal. It's a ceremony. It's a traditional Incan barbecue, where meats like lamb, alpaca, and chicken, along with potatoes, sweet potatoes, and corn, are marinated in herbs and spices, and buried underground with hot stones and slow-cooked for hours. The result is unbelievably tender, smoky, and flavorful meat. It's a true celebration of Pachamama, or Mother Earth. Finally, we descend into the Amazon rainforest, the selva. This is a whole different world of flavor. Here, the cuisine is built around exotic fruits you've probably never heard of, like camu camu and aguage. They use river fish like peixe, one of the largest freshwater fish in the world, and unique cooking techniques like wrapping food in large bijou leaves and grilling it over an open fire. This dish, called Wayne, is a packet of deliciousness, typically containing seasoned rice, chicken, olives, and a hard-boiled egg. The leaf infuses everything with a subtle, earthy aroma. It's a taste of the jungle itself. So we have these incredible regional cuisines, but what makes Peruvian food a modern-day powerhouse is how chefs have embraced this heritage. They aren't just preserving old recipes. They're reinventing them. Chefs like Gaston Acurio became global ambassadors, showing the world that Peruvian food could be refined, elegant, and worthy of a Michelin star. His restaurant, Astrid Y. Gaston, helped kickstart a culinary revolution in the capital, Lima. Today, Lima is arguably the food capital of South America. It's home to some of the world's best restaurants, like Central and Maido, which consistently rank in the top 10 on the world's 50 best restaurants list. These restaurants are like culinary laboratories, where chefs explore the incredible biodiversity of Peru, from the depths of the ocean to the highest mountain peaks, and present it on a plate in the most artistic and innovative ways. But you don't have to go to a fancy restaurant to experience the magic. The real soul of Peruvian food is on the street. It's in the picanterias of Arequipa, the bustling markets of Lima, and the humble family-run kitchens in Cusco. It's trying anticachus, grilled beef heart skewers, from a street vendor, the smoky marinade charring perfectly over the coals. It's sipping on a pisco sour, Peru's national cocktail, a frothy, sweet, and sour concoction that's dangerously easy to drink. It's discovering the endless variety of sandwiches, or sanguches, like the burifara, a flavor-packed sandwich with slow-cooked country ham and a zesty onion salsa. So, why is it still so underrated? Part of it is distance and accessibility. For a long time, Peru was seen as more of an adventure travel destination than a food destination. Also, many of its key ingredients, like the specific types of AG peppers, are not widely available internationally, making it hard to replicate the authentic flavors abroad. But that's changing. Peruvian restaurants are popping up in major cities worldwide, and people are finally starting to wake up to what they've been missing. Peruvian food is a story of history, culture, and nature, all served up on a single plate. It's a cuisine that's both ancient and modern, humble and sophisticated. It is a testament to the idea that mixing cultures doesn't dilute traditions. It creates something new and wonderful. So next time you're thinking about dinner, maybe skip the pizza or tacos and seek out a Peruvian restaurant. Try the ceviche, order the lomo saltado, be adventurous. I promise you, it's a culinary journey you won't regret. Peru is, without a doubt in my mind, the most exciting, diverse, and criminally underrated food country on the entire planet. Go taste it for yourself. Thanks so much for watching and joining me on this delicious adventure. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more hidden gems from around the world, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. Let me know in the comments what you think is the most underrated food country. See you in the next one.